Hello, this is an AYD League game that white won by resignation, killing a bunch of stones on the top side and then the left. Also in the top left corner, when black played b16 instead of a16, white could also kill unconditionally with a hane at a11, but we will get to that life and that situation in a moment. Now let's have a look from the beginning. So we have an old school fuseki, which is the Kobayashi formation on the bottom side, these 3 mark stones. This used to be very popular in the 90s. Nowadays, it's more common for black to take a shimari in the lower right corner like q5 or q6. Also, if you want to speed up the fuseki a little bit, f17 is an option, or direct sun invasion. Chinese low or high on the right side. This is the Chinese sun and say, or attaching the corner at d3. So all these options are available. You can experiment these fusekis in the future games. So white approaches the lower right corner, low approach this time to make sure black is not going to enclose here. White can also try the high approach or the far approach. Back in the day, this r6 or q6 were the options against the Kobayashi formation. So the actual game goes with r5, then pincer. Black doesn't even need a pincer here. It's good enough to play p4 or o4. This will connect the bottom side and set up the moyo. When white extends for a base here, you just go away for big points or play a one space jump to increase the bottom moyo. But it's not bad to play a pincer like this, or a high one, or one space high or low. Well, this will play a lot in lots of games, so it's a nice idea to try the low one or a change. Now here, for white, it's probably not the best thing to do just to settle in the corner with r3. White can think about p4 and push again. This is usually the way to just press down a little bit, create a formation that's not so easy to attack, and then either play a cap move or play away. This would be a fast way for white to develop. Now, white can also think about a shoulder hit like this to keep the black stones separated, and then put pressure on the bottom side a couple of times, and now play a hane and just block. This is a way to settle locally, because after the block there's a cutting point, so black might play an atari, then come back to protect against the cuts, and now white is tempted to approach the top side. So anyway, white decided to attach in the corner and settle right away, but going down here, it's not the right timing. White should first play q4, which usually leads to 2 variations, either nobi, then descend and extend, and now turning the corner to stay alive, or if black is ambitious and wants to fight, black will play atari s3. But in this case, white will counter atari, atari again, and then connect. Now when black links under on the right side, white extends for a base on the bottom. So this is a way for white to play with fighting spirit in case black wants to fight at s3. Yeah, the atari. So usually here, the key point is q4, black extends, white goes down, and black can either extend here on the 4th line or turn and play a couple of 4C moves, then extend on the right side for a base. Because black already has the extension in place, so this is a way to set up the moy on the bottom. Now when white way down, black just extends here, and that's a little bit slack. In this case, black should go up. q4 is the key point no matter what. I mean, if white didn't take it, black should take it immediately. Usually here, white will panic and just go s2 to leave in the corner. White can also push q5, and then black will jump, attach, and extend. So this way, black builds on the 4th line, and white is still somewhat on the run. When white plays a cap move here, black extends with a keima or a 2-space jump for a base. So this would be a much more practical way for black to build the bottom while attacking. So the key point is q4. Playing n3 was a little bit soft, and now white gets back to the key point. Black connects. It's a nice idea to connect here. The point is, if black just plays p3, white can turn. So now it's very easy for white to leave, but p3 can give more points for black locally. Playing q2, this means that when white turns s2, black doesn't have to answer, but white can play a 1-space jump at o4 or a hane at p3, which is a nice 4C move, so white really doesn't have to worry about the corner group anymore. So normally the nobi here at p3, it's still the right move locally, because it's going to build a few extra points for black, and when white turns, you don't have to worry about it, you just play away. So, well, the difference here is very sensitive between Q2 and P3, because Q2 looks to be right distance from the entry extension. But anyway, if we back up here, Q4 is the right move. Now just imagine that white comes inside with N4, and then you keep pushing and cover the group on the right side with a double hane. So this is very painful, and now also entry has to run. If something like this happens, white barely survives on the right side with 3 points, and then he just created a target for black on the bottom side. So this would be a disaster for white. So back to the original game. Actually, the game wasn't decided in this lower right corner. So now the top approach, that's fine. Here black can consider a pincer and change the pace a little bit. If white goes Sansan, you just block. This Joseki is going to be Sente, and then approach the top left corner or inside Kakari, and then the modern style Joseki. So this was calm. White attaches, that's good. Well, now the position is still kind of 50-50, but maybe a little bit better for white, because white has the Komi and white got away unpunished in this lower right corner. So here, black already has the extension at R8, therefore black should push one time just to take Sente and now grab a big point. But when black goes down here, it's also Joseki. White needs to extend in the top one space jump or push up at O16, which happened in the game, that's fine. Now black is playing a modern move, the peep. This is an AI style move. And white also resists with this kind of jump instead of solid connection. The solid connection would be nice too. When black extends, white approaches, black needs to make a base, white comes out. So here, usually black can push again. Now white will jump one more time, black can push through, in which case white needs to play some exchanges like this to make sure black doesn't come out and Atari from this direction, because when black comes here, white can Nobi. If black pushes again, white can Atari and now cover. But this semi can be won by actually white can win it, but white is not in a hurry here, so white can also play away and give up the stones or just catch the stones in the top like this. So it's a bit tricky how you play this fight. But it's a nice idea, yeah, to think about Tenuki. Yeah, this is good. Pincer, there is still Aji in the top actually. When black plays here, white connects, black comes out, but that should come later in the game. So the attach for white here should be F16 and keep the top side, because this is Sente, and now white can play a big point. For example, this move or invade on the right. Let's go back a few moves. So after this, if white goes here, when black cuts, white covers, black covers, and this is a way for black to win the semi. Yeah, usually that fight in the top right corner, from what I remember, in the games played by AlphaGo a long time ago, it was a variation where something like this would happen, then Nobi up, yeah, then cut, and now after this move, push, block, then black can play another move in the corner, but actually black can also go Sansan evasion, because when white pushes here, black already wins the semi. It's one liberty ahead. Well, for safety reasons, I mean, in order to be able to push and cut, black will play here, because this cover is gote for white. So when white plays away, black can push and cut here and fight. So it's good to remember that style of play. Push M18 and keep fighting. Another option is to play K17, white separates, and then you just extend for a base. So you give up N18 as bait just to erase the top side. Playing here, obviously, white is not going to defend and allow this move and then slide in the corner and get a nice ideal shape in the top. So double approach, attach on the left. This Tsuke is very good. I mean, for black, if black goes here, white will separate, then go for the left side, and black needs to add another move to protect against E18. So this was good. Black is going for the left side, connect, and white should actually connect solid here. When black extends for a base, white will cover and catch the top stone, and all of a sudden white has a very nice top side, but black hits center. So here, black got a honey in the corner, that's very good. And there is still agi to come out at f16. So yeah, this extension needs a large point. White defense, that's good. Oh, this is a key point for the lower right corner, very good move. And for white to make some life here, white should come out once, because this will threaten push and cover and so on. And then Keima. This is a better way to make I shape, because when black blocks here, white can push and even cut to fight on. Now the turn was a little bit soft. Black can just block r6 and the group is still under a lot of pressure. So here usually after this r6, black obviously wants to cover, so white will come out, and then black has the hane at s5, which is annoying to take away the I shape, so white needs to go down. And this exchange is center for black, then black can play away, expand the right side moya. So it's very big to block at r6 as soon as possible. Yeah, nice idea to use the edge at f6, f17. So Nobi, very good. Come out, this is fine. This is also important. So white panicked a little bit. At this stage, actually, black is taking the lead. Because black erased the moya in the top in center. But this move is not so great. White can just capture those stones. You should really play m18, because when white Nobi, cut, and then you have 5 against 4. So when this happens, black wins the semi. So obviously here, white will connect O18, and then on the hane, probably white will play a double hane to fight, because if he just Nobi, you come out and then he's got troubles in the top in both directions, or Kosumi here. So hane, and on this Atari, white might pull back and try to fight this way. But if something like this happens, black lives in the top and it's very comfortable. So that's a better way to use the agi, just Nobi m18. Otherwise, it's just going to be a loss without compensation. So black cuts. And now the semi, even if black covers here, white will win. So it's more interesting to play a hane this way and use the 2 stones in the top to get 4C moves in the middle. Hane and maybe double hane here because of the double Atari and so on. And then turn in center in the top. So this is a better way to use the dead stones. Because playing m19 is just going to be minus. And for white, it's better to cover n17. So this way, black doesn't have the 4C moves at O15 or O14 to expand the middle. So this was just minus. Now, if we're back to the attack in the corner, r6 is the right move. Because when white goes down, black doesn't need s6. White can leave, but already this was a good exchange. And then it's important to come out from the top. So playing s6, it's like wasting a move. Because when you play r6, he goes down, you don't also play s6. I mean, you can, but the group will survive. So just play one exchange, r6, he goes down, maybe you cover like this to expand the middle, but the group can leave anyway, so it's not necessary to play moves at s6 just to take gote. So now when you play s6 and he blocks, you actually don't need to play r6. You should focus in the important areas. Saving this top group with a 1 space jump or a Keima, it's quite urgent. Oh, white went down. He was afraid, but white can jump out and keep center. Not so easy to kill that group actually. So turn, this looks more like an endgame move. And white actually doesn't even need to play Atari right now. Oh no, I'm wrong. He needs this move, yeah. Because if white plays away, black can go Atari here, and on this Atari capture. Yeah, white needs that move, but actually the gain in the corner, it's smaller than the gain in the middle. So playing a move here, just trade this one with the corner and then Nobi to threaten to save the 2 stones in the top, and then jump again in the center. Somehow, this will give a lot of potential here for a couple of points in the corner. So block, okay. Then the jump, but this jump is not going to be center. Actually, to make the right side great again, black should play just q11. This is the safest way to enclose. So now obviously white will come in, but black should play with fighting spirit, cap move. If white goes down, take away the extension and try to kill everything. This was a little bit slack. White can push one time and then jump out, and it's very easy to erase the moya. So white went out. Now it's still good to play a cap move, because for white it's kind of centered to play q10, threatening the push and cut. But it's nice to get those stones in the middle and help the other stones in the process. So playing like this, white can use the cuts on the right, yeah. So there's a lot of agi here. Therefore, I mean, just playing like this, and it's already good enough for white. This is also fine. Kosumitsuke, maybe here just Hane or pull back. Hane, white goes down, bump, white connects, and then try to push this group into the bottom area where black is pretty strong. And this group is actually heavy like that. Playing this move gives you points on the right side, but it's very nice for white to go in between, and it's like stinging that shape. White should cut here. Cut where you can cut, and then try a squeeze play like this. So already it's pretty okay. He saved most of the important stones. This turn was fine too. Some shape, but still the cut. Cut, it's interesting. When black plays here, Atari connect, then some defense, and jump out. So black will connect, and now white is in trouble. This was black's chance, and white got all those stones captured inside. That's really good for black. Let's see, Atari. Oh no, this is fine. But this move is not necessary. So here, the top group is in trouble, should come out, because when white plays a move like this, you just go Atari, he goes down, and you go up. And the stones are trapped inside. I mean, Atari here doesn't help, the cut here is not going to work. You can even just play Atari like this. So it's a waste to capture a group that's already dead. It's just -1 point. Obviously, you can play Atari here, or you get rid of the Atari agi at N14, but if you jump out here and he plays Atari, now you take the 3 stones and the other 2 are dead inside as well. And also this group, it's wandering in that middle, so not so good for white. Ah, it was center. So okay, we can imagine black played away, white Atari, and black captured, but actually white doesn't have to play N14. He can go for a cap move here and start an attack. So yeah, this move will attack the group on the right, but it's urgent to escape from the top. That cost black a lot. And now black should come out with Kosumi and Nobi to connect to the right. This jump looks artistic, but it's a Keima that can be cut at the waist, and it happened. Black is too ambitious. Just connect. If white captures a stone or pushes here, black is center. Now cover like this and try to catch these guys on the large scale, and the game is still playable. Now black lost too many stones in the top and difficult to compensate. This was fine. Actually, the vital point here is to play Kosumitsuke like this. So later on, yeah, this cut is good. Would be good for black to catch those stones. This can be a little minus, but the Kosumitsuke here is still an option. White might play this move. How can we surround everything? Just one space jump. Yeah, this can lead to a Semedori. So this one you gotta play here. Nobi or Keima for more liberties. Connect. This can be troublesome for white actually, because black has lots of liberties in the top. So how did white escape? Tesuji. Ouch. Yeah, so the problem here is that black needs to come out with an empty triangle. Even if white has this forcing move or the other forcing move, white has to struggle a little bit to make some more liberties, and it's not too easy. So let's say all these moves are played, then obviously white will try this move. to erase the liberties faster. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, undo. And white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 6 against 6. Black wins the race. Just by 1 liberty. Good enough. This was a good chance to come back and win the game. So with this move, white had the Tesuji at L10. And now that's it. Those stones are captured. Aye. Atari here it's Sente. And then let's see if you need more moves. Yeah, just this one. The group will die inside. But it's already tough. So white managed to escape here too. Yeah, that's a pity. But now black should play Atari, and if white blocks, you take the call, and he doesn't have ice inside. Somehow he managed. Here black should play Atari, then connect. If white leaves, it's just a small life, but yeah, it's difficult because of the top side. So obviously black is desperate and tries to kill everything. But white made life and also damaged the bottom side. This move is not necessary right now, but actually there's not much to do. I mean, if white cuts here, you can Atari from behind, and if he cuts here, you capture the stone. If you noble like this, you double up. So when you play a jump here, you actually defend against the cut and try to expand the bottom territory a little more. But too bad. So this game was decided in the center. Actually here, it's okay to block, and then when white pushes, you leave it like this, or you play Hane. But once this group is captured, it's kind of finished. So let's see the life and death in the top left corner. Here, obviously, black is trying hard, but not enough liberties again. Yeah, so in this case, in order to live in the top left corner, a16 is the right move, and when white Han again, black will play a13. This is a bigger shape than bulky 5, so when white plays here, you just make twice like this. If he plays this one, you play here. If he connects, you play this move. And if he goes down, you play this one. So either way, it's alive unconditionally. But once you play this move, he can Hane, and when you play the tiger mouth or the hanging connection, he will hit the vital point, and then he's just dead. Sorry, you don't need another move here. He died in Gote. Disregard, erase. So go out. That's fine. More liberties. How is the situation? 1, 2, 3. This. Cut Atari. Connect Atari. Connect. Take away liberty. Oh, black can win this semi. Yeah, black should go out. And on this Atari, you just turn. Give up the stone. Or you play Atari from the outside. Then cover. But anyway, the top left will die. And now white has Atari and a net. So it didn't matter. I mean, the mindset for black after losing the top is that it's going downhill. And well, there's a cascade of mistakes here on the left side. And now black needs this move to live in the top left corner. But it's hopeless anyway. So the beginning was pretty good. Black was supposed to play r6. And I think the most important move here is to play the q4 in the early stage and then come out with the top group when it's important, instead of wasting more moves inside after you kill some stones. So yeah, enjoy the review and take your revenge next time.